The world was made with and out of love. Each and everyone expects to be loved, but we just don't try to give it back. And so the love we all expect, we don't get. So the world has not turned into very much of bitterness. We complain here and there. The trend of today's relationship, it's bad or good? That's the question I'm putting to you. Today with me at my two gentlemen, we're talking about today's trend in relationship. Allow me to quote a post I saw on Nadia Buhari's page on Instagram. And she says, relationships are harder now because conversations became texting, arguments became phone calls, feelings became subliminal messages, sex became easy. The word love is used out of context. Insecurities became a habit. Trust is hard to come by. Being hurt became natural, and leaving became the only option. Sad, but truth. When I saw this, I was very intrigued and I was very sad. And that is the reality. So now let me just introduce my two gentlemen that are doing this with me. On my immediate left, I have Ernest Amor. He is a researcher. And I have MC Bobby. He is a TV and a radio personality, a philanthropist, and a voiceover artist. Thank you, my gentlemen. Thank you for coming. You're welcome. Okay, so let me just go for a commercial break. When I'm back, we'll dive into the issue. I would like to ask my first question. Who goes first? My far left. So, Bobby, tell me, what is the trend of today's relationship?
That's a very difficult thing to say because it would be a combination of the old trend and the new trend. Because I don't know who or how the young people, maybe below the ages of 20, would go about relationship. But I have a belief that it won't be too different from my time when we had to write letters. The only thing is that it might have migrated from writing letters to writing a post or sending the person an inbox, what they call a DM. On social media. But entirely it's not too different though. It's just that there has been, or I can even say there've been social media presence that might have changed the old ways that we knew.
Okay.
But entirely, I wouldn't say that it's too different, the old trend and the new trend. Obviously, there are two trends.
Okay. We have the old and the new trend.
And the new trend.
Okay.
And I'm yet to know if they do it just the new way, everybody's going the social media way, or we still have young folks who would want to walk to a woman and take their number and call them and have a conversation with them than just first of all engaging them on social media. I'm yet to know how they do it now, but I have a belief that's what they do. They can either do the old way or the new way of just writing stuff into people's DM and trying to pick a conversation from there.
So you think we still do it the old way? Probably it's just been an upgrade.
An upgrade, yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't know any other ways that we can do it if not the old way.
Ernest, what do you say?
Well, relationship of late, I call it the social media trend, because that has become the order of the day.
Okay.
Formerly, as Bobby was saying, you walk up to a lady, you propose, you take a number. But now, that has become a thing of the past. Now, you can be chatting or communicating with the lady on social media without you seeing the lady face to face.
Never.
Yes. So you can communicate with someone, do all sorts of things, do everything as if you are married, as if you are
In a relationship.
Yes, you are in a relationship face to face and you are doing it. Because now people think remaining anonymous with a lady you want to date is the best way to go.
Okay.
You get it? Yes, so every guy or a lady wants to be anonymous to the partner he or she intends to date.
Okay.
By so doing, you see, they'll be doing a lot of things. So before they finally meet, then they are taking it from where they
They
ended
ended.
on the social media. That has become the trend now. So now, if you are not conversant with the use of the social media platforms, you realize you are really, really, really behind. And no girl or boy now will want to date someone who is lacking behind in the social media world.
Whom are we to blame?
Whom are we to blame?
Is there anybody to be blamed at
That
all?
is society, basically.
Society. No, what is society? Who is society?
We are society. So
We?
we, all of us, we live in a society.
So we
together.
blame ourselves.
We blame ourselves.
Whom are we to blame?
We are to blame technology. You get it. Now, social media, there was a reason for that. There's a reason why Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and stuff like that. You know, formerly it was for networking, but now we are not
Just networking.
anymore.
Okay.
We are now into other forms of either being it acceptable by the society or not. Okay, so modernity, we are now craving more about modernity. Now nobody wants to use a YAM phone. Everybody wants to use an Android
Oh,
phone.
but yesterday I met a friend and this is his yam.
Yes.
Samsung is his yam.
Yes, in
In
quotes.
quotes.
Yes, so
Okay.
you see, everybody makes a statement contextually.
Okay.
This might be a yam, but to someone,
It is the best
Yes,
he or
yes.
she
So we are to blame modernity and technology as society develops. We are abusing how we were to use technology.
So then I think it goes back to society.
Yes.
So tell me, MC, why are we blaming society?
Because technology, modernity, it can't survive on its own. It survives in the society.
On the society.
And so, we should think about the root cause. Has society shifted from the norms where we saw it too ordinary or beautiful to approach a woman? From what I understood from him, now you would have to engage somebody on social media because you want to hide behind the social media
Yes.
and then progress to meeting them. This is very alien to me.
Oh,
The society that I am from, you meet a woman, you talk to them, and then later you even ask of their number so you can chat them on WhatsApp.
okay.
But now it seems that you would have to find the person's number or Facebook name and contact them, have
And
a
you know what?
conversation
Sadly-
with them before you meet them.
sadly, it's even like-
a bit crazy for me.
It's not just knowing them or chatting them on social media.
But what?
For instance, if you're using Facebook, for instance, okay, the person meets you on Facebook and instantly ask about nude pictures. Instantly ask about, can we have sex?
on Facebook.
Okay, so basically, this social media thing is exposing us to nudity.
Okay.
That is the basics of it all. So if you are if you are how do you call it, blaming the technology, do you think it was supposed to come to do us good or to do us bad?
But obviously, society would have made good use of the technology,
Okay.
or wouldn't make good use of the technology.
So are we failing as society?
Well, I would say if from the context
Okay.
where we would have to engage somebody on social media before you move on to see them in person, that means the norm, the societal norms where you can sit without a phone and have a conversation with somebody is gone.
No,
So
I
it's
think
doing more
from what you're
harm.
saying, see, even if we are just meeting there, we are exchanging numbers on social media, we are chatting on social media just before we meet. If it is just getting to know the person, what's your name, where do you come from, who are your family, all that, basically, if this is what we are doing, a normal introduction, I think it was better. But when it proceeds to where you have to have sex, exchange nude pictures,
How can somebody, okay, we call it cyber sex, right? How
Yes.
can somebody have sex with somebody you have never seen?
that is where masturbation comes in, isn't it?
Yes.
So that's a cyber sex.
Exactly.
And that's very bad. It doesn't, it was actually, then it has come to, what's the word? Destroy society instead.
That is the concept of modernity I was talking about.
Then it has come to destroy society.
You see,
yeah.
now, formally you approach a woman, you talk, maybe you might not even get the person's number for the first time. You go, you continuously be chatting before you get the number. But now, Facebook, for example, if you even send somebody a friend request, then the person has not even accepted, you can chat with the person.
Exactly, through Messenger.
You get it?
Yeah.
So the concept of modernity, now we think I don't need to know you before I get very close or very intimate with you.
Okay.
But we feel now that we have the internet,
We should just make use of
yes,
that.
if I'm in Sunyani and let's say you are in Tamale, we can be chatting and we can be communicating as if we are just around. So I think modernity, and you see, the usage of internet in our country
In our part of the
now,
world?
in our part of the world, is not regulated. You get
Okay.
it? Because there are some countries you cannot be exchanging nude pictures. That privilege is taken away.
Okay.
You get it? So that is why the concept of modernity.
Before we
comes
go
in.
for a commercial break, let me just put in this. You guys used to say that Oba was a pa Obra and Sana Watias, you know. I mean, basically, if a girl doesn't give in easily to a man, that girl seems to be colo, that kind of thing. So what happens to that? So now, if girls made it easy for guys made it easy for girls. So no, there's nothing like colloquial again. It's easy to interact. So what happened to that? Let's go for a commercial break and we'll be back. We dive into that. We are still on the Woman Show, and I must thank you a lot for making time each and every day when we post on social media. I mean, I'm much grateful. Without your support, this show wouldn't just be. We are still on the Woman Show. We are continuing from where we left, and I'm asking again that, is it the fault of the man, the woman, parents, children, social media? We just talked about social media and then probably the technology. But within the society, as a man, woman, as the parents. Okay, let me just basically put it to the man and the woman. Do you think men are making relationship today? No, I didn't even ask you. Is it bad? Is the trend now bad or good? What do you say? Is it bad or good? Comparatively.
The trend, depending on where you are coming from, or depending on what you want to see, that is where you are going to be able to determine whether it is good or bad.
Okay, so let's weigh it on the level of divorce now. Then divorce, now divorce.
Then and now is more problematic than the other, than formerly.
Than formerly.
Yeah, because you realize that now we don't seem to, as Bobby was saying, we don't go the society way. Now we go the social media way, the tech way, the modernity way. So you see, due to that, we are not able to study or get to know the person very, very, very well before you either get married to the person or go into a relationship with the person. Because each and everyone goes into a relationship thinking that it might end in the ultimate, i.e., married.
Exactly.
Yes. So if that is not happening, then I think we have gotten it wrong somewhere along the line.
So you are saying that today's relationship is bad?
Yes.
But what do you say?
I would agree with him at some point or to a certain level, and I would also say that today's relationship, it could be good too.
Okay.
On the premise that if we are engaging ourselves on social media, and then we are using the social media as, what's the word, just a platform to get to know each other more in person, then that's
No,
not.
see,
that's
let's
not
even
bad.
come home. Let's even come home. Not just the social media. I met you.
Okay.
We know ourselves. We've known ourselves for over 10 years. Okay, we're still friends. We decide to live as partners. Okay, so we date. And then the core aim for dating is what? To get married at the end of it. What happens? Now the relationships I know that kept long, like they dated for 12 years, 10 years, they get married and the next 3 months they want to break up.
Okay.
So let's even move away from today's relationship, the social media thing, and come to where we know ourselves better. Knowing ourselves is like, I've stayed with you, basically, I mean, I know your likes and dislikes. Yet we get into the marriage, and few weeks after the marriage, we want to divorce.
Okay. So then what's the problem?
What's the problem? That is what Nadia Buhari said, that now sex has become very easy. The cheapest commodity you can call now is sex.
Okay.
And somebody rightly said that if you propose to a girl, you don't sleep with a girl, the girl doesn't see you loving her.
Okay.
Like, really? Does it happen like that?
Okay.
What do you think? Is it like that? Do you also believe in that as well?
See, you can always be at both sides of the coin.
But on the majority, or probably on the average?
I don't have the research or the data to prove that, but I'm tempted to believe that today's kind of relationship are based strictly on sex, which was different from back in the day when you had to take time to know the person, because of maybe the way my brother said, modernity and social media rush. Things can happen quick on social media. Before you get to meet the person, you might have agreed to, do extra stuff, might have shared nudity with the person.
Yes.
And so you guys are already comfortable on social media. So the first day you meet,
You let up like that.
things can happen. That one, I would definitely agree.
So now see, when you're in a relationship, there are arguments.
Okay.
How do you solve the problems? No.
You go back to social media?
See,
Is that what you're trying to ask?
Yes. You see people's statuses telling their feelings on social, Facebook, on WhatsApp. People's statuses telling how they feel about probably how you're disappointed,
Yeah.
and you don't tend to see the real love we talk about now. I love you as let's go have sex.
Okay. No, I wouldn't say I love. I don't know about today's people or young boys.
Okay, so I deal with adolescents.
Okay.
I am in the adolescents group. And so if
I
you go
love
in there,
you, it's
yes,
synonymous
it's
to sex.
And see, let's go to the 30s, where the man is 30 plus, the woman is 30 plus. Okay, women, when we get to the 30 plus, we kind of think like, okay, so on the majority, and then probably, let's come back here, we go like, okay, so I want to get married. The typical Ghanaian woman by 30 years wants to get married. So probably even if she is that type, would want to calm down, so she finds herself a man to marry, because they think the woman with that confidence, the woman with no kind of thing, or trying home. You understand? So she has to be a bit, soft and all that.
And soft means
Soft means that
sex?
not really the sex, but you see, the moment a girl says yes, okay, you see the guy, okay, so let's go home. And you what? I just want to give you a brief summary about what is really happening. Okay, a guy proposes to you today, and what he wants to do the next time is to sleep with you. But on the contrary, when our grandmothers used to tell us stories, a guy proposes to you, and you go tell your parents, and then they look into the family and all that. But now look at how it is. We go to school, we meet people our parents do not even know, and we start mingling with them. And we come back, they still don't know them. We go out there, our parents do not know what we do out there. At the end of the day, we have sex before our parents even get to know our boyfriends. So if you want me to give you a brief description about how relationships are now, this is how it is.
And that's very tragic, unfortunately tragic.
That is what is happening now.
Because then, I think the societal norm has been broken.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is just what I want us to say, that the norm
has been broken.
You see, there is a saying that he who calls for equity must come with clean hands.
Okay.
Now, guys, ladies, we are all to be blamed for this. Now, when I propose to a lady, now when you ask me for something and I give you, the lady will intend tell her friends, look at the foolish guy. I just asked him for money and he just gave me.
Because you're foolish because you gave?
Yes, when you give willingly. Now, when you go and you tell a woman, oh, today I want to take you out, she will invite all her friends. Now, you propose to a lady, the first thing she will give you is her Momo number.
It's because the guys ask for sex the first day they propose to you.
I'm coming there.
So you sell the sex to me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is
the ideology.
So that is why I'm saying that you are calling for equity. You must come with clean hands. You don't want to be taken home. So now when you propose to a lady, you have unofficially you've become her parent. Everything demand. And supply.
See. Talk from the male's.
Supply and demand.
I want to talk from the male's perspective.
When I supply you, you must also give me my demand. You get it?
Okay. See. Speak from the men's perspective on this issue you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're blaming women and men.
Yes.
Okay. On the upper hand, is it the man or the woman?
You see, I would say guys are selfish and women are greedy.
Guys are selfish.
Yes.
So selfish comes first, then greedy
Yes.
comes second.
Yes.
So guys are the majority. We are blaming men
In
for
Ghana
today's
now, no,
trend
in Ghana now,
in relationship.
Wait, in Ghana now, we have, according to our population, we have
Okay.
more women
Than men.
than men.
Yes.
So the greediness is as a result of the selfishness of the men.
Thank you.
You get it?
First time having an honest answer
No, it's
of my life.
No, you feel as honest because that's what you wanted to hear.
Yes.
No.
But I can also categorically state that car na abano and no tire na iguasi na no, it fits the car. So you can't say men are bad because we demand something. I mean, demanding now and supply.
I'm not trying to put it because I'm a woman.
No,
but see,
because
there
you
is
want to
one
hear that
before
men
two.
are bad.
No, there is one before two.
Okay.
In creation, God created men before us, women.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if there was anything, men knew it before women got
Okay.
to know it. Okay, so if there was any policies implemented, if there was any policies initiated, it was men, and they probably implemented it.
Okay.
Okay, so everything, it is men first. As like, just like parents before child. Whatever a child learns is as a result of what? The parent.
Okay.
You understand? On this note, we are going for a commercial break, and we will be back. Hi, you welcome back to the Woman Show. I'm Ekiantiwa, your host for the program, and it's sad. It's very sad. If my men are telling me that they are blaming women behind the cameras, though they didn't tell me when it was on. They told me that it is we women, and it is because of luxury. There are a lot of things we would get. I even learned women go for sex because of food. I heard it was trending not long ago, and my fellow women, if this is what is happening, then I think we are failing. Because women, we call it treasure. We call ourselves treasure. And so if we are making relationship this way, no, why are they blaming us when it was supposed to be them? They initiated everything, and now we, the implementers, probably are to be blamed for all this. And I think we are failing. Finally, I want us to talk about what to do with this issue if men are to be blamed. Ernest said that. Bobby said what? Not to, in agreement to men being blamed. But I think men are to be blamed for the trend because they taught us how to dance to the tune. So finally, if you would permit me, I would like you to tell us, how do you think we should deal with today's trend to, if not to, completely close this or to kill this disease of ours today? How can we minimize it just so that we have the respect? Now, marriage is, respect is out of marriage, if I should say. People do not even respect marriage as it was supposed to previously. I put that in quotes. Pardon my language, please. It's not as respected as it was supposed to be. So for us to go back, so we need to get that treasure, as marriages. Because for it to be married, Charlie, the processes are huge. We want to preserve our culture. Today's trend, we're all saying is bad.
Okay.
Bobby, what in your best capacity do you think we should do?
We should just go back to the basics.
How? I always say this. How do we go back?
In school, at home, parents should be conscious about, what their kids are really doing on these social media platforms.
Explain that.
Parents should be very, very vigilant. If your kid is as young as, in class 5 or class 6 JSS, and all the matters, or that kid knows nothing but, relationships based on the presence of a smartphone that they have in their hand, or a tablet or a laptop. Maybe we have to find a way, I don't know how, but parents should be very, very conscious of that effort, because it might get out of hand. And then another way I think we should also consider is morality should be taught seriously in churches, at homes, in schools.
Let me just chip in.
We should condemn the idea that, men chasing or women accepting proposals just on social media is even bad.
So on one-on-one, is it good?
Yes, they should get to know each other, at least before sex and those things come
at a certain age, a point in your lifetime.
Yeah.
Not just the basics, right? Oh.
No, if you are young, I don't know how.
Does relationship mean
realistically-
sex?
It does. For the young folks, as you have explained to me.
Yes.
But when I understood relationships, it would take a longer time for you even to have sex with a woman. But it looks like now, because of the proliferation of social media, they are even exchanging nudes
Already.
So when they meet, they just have sex. We have to find a way of curbing those things. If we don't tell them it is wrong, or we haven't told them it is wrong, we should start telling them now. And it's a conscious effort by parents, by religious leaders, by society,
Everybody.
chieftains, everybody should. Because other than that, we will sit here and your class 6 daughter would have access to all these things because they have access to a smartphone.
Have you heard about the CSE?
I have.
Is that going to help us
That's a
I just want to link us. I mean, just link it to this. It's a solution.
It
The
is.
introduction
But
to that
what
is
are
just
the,
to-
what are the details of the CSE thing?
Okay, so basically it is to, educate as early as 4 years child about the sex rights, and this is
So
into
you
sex.
think you think parents haven't done enough? The
That
CSE
is what I think.
issue here, I have a problem with it because it talks about sexuality, not just sex.
Yes,
Now, at a very tender age,
we
at
should
some
introduce
point,
them.
it's bad. Our little kids will be told that you are a woman who can change into a man. That's sexuality.
Yes,
Kids will now feel uncomfortable with who they are born to
so
be.
it's not one of our solutions here.
It would grow the LGBT agenda.
Okay.
So that's not even a solution. But then if it's a conscious effort of educating them about the problems that come with sex, then I think it should be
It should be.
enhanced.
Okay.
So depending on the agenda of the SCE, it can also be a solution or a dissolution.
Okay.
That's what I feel.
That's what you feel.
So we should have the conscious effort of instilling in them that these trends wouldn't help. Before you send a nude, you don't even have to think about sending a nude to a boy you just met on social media.
Even if you're married. I mean,
It does-
is it a
yeah,
game? Is it
yeah.
a game to play?
It's not something healthy. And it looks like that's the trend. You have explained it here to me, and
Yes.
I'm amazed about it. I'm not too grown, and I'm surprised that I don't have those kind of
You're
experiences.
lagging behind, man.
Then I'm also on social media.
But you're lagging behind.
I'm yet to experience them. But if even as an adult, I don't have this, exposure.
Thoughts, why would
and
you,
then
the
kids
teenager?
and the kids are doing it, and it's that alarming. Then it means that we have to check society.
Exactly.
norms. And everybody, all hands on deck.
What do you think?
I perfectly agree with Bobby with all the sentiments he has shared and all the solutions I also prefer. But society must do more, as he was saying. When we go to school, churches, the mosque, everywhere, our traditional authorities, especially our queen mothers, they should play. These are the rules for them. We get it. These are the rules for them. So they should rather talk to the young girls, the young ladies, give them stories that will make them understand the reason why they have to wait to get to a certain age in life before they start doing all those things. Because early exposure to those things, if you are not careful, it can derail your life. Your life can get
what you think.
Yes. So I think parents should do more, society should do more, and in our country, for example, in our country, Ghana as a whole, social media, the usage of social media should be monitored. Yes, it must be monitored than leaving children or this young adult to do whatever they want to do.
I mean, we've all heard what has happened today, and I think you are also in the known of what is going on today. I think I so much agree with Nadia Buhari on what she posted on her page, and I stand against today's trend of relationship. Basically, if we're supposed to dive into it, I think we would know more we don't know. What we are saying is that let's go back to where we left our morality in relationship. Say no to nudity. My adolescents and teenagers, yes, say no to nudity. Get to know your partner. I mean, not even a partner. Get to know the boy or the girl. Get to the age where you're supposed to get into a relationship. And my age mates, it is never too late to be morally upright. It is not an option for you to give that nude pictures, to have sex with somebody you don't know. And Emma, let's go back. We are all at fault. Let's go back to our queen mothers for them to teach us what akatesia means. It is to the Woman Show. I'm Ekia Ntiwa. I am your host for this noble show. Thank you. See you again.